Hi guys, and we are back. Oh my god, my lighting. And yes, we are back to our assumptions tag, which I found very interesting because of the assumptions that people actually have of traditional healers. But like I'd usually say, it's very, very important for you to understand something fully before you actually share your 2 cents. And yeah, I think a lot of people are not really willing to give African spirituality a chance because of what we grew up knowing and being told, and the stigma that actually is stuck to traditional healing. Boloi, the works. So, yeah, here goes nothing or something. This is continuation of part 1. If you're literally joining us for the first time, maybe this is the first video that you're watching before the first part, you are welcome. And if you're coming back, welcome back. I'm Kaone Nkosi, Kgaosankizi Bakgetho. I also have a podcast, which is Later with Kaone. This podcast is aimed at helping people by longkore. You know, you find yourself that you're literally experiencing a whole lot of things that you don't really have answers to, and you're not understanding how your life is literally panning out. And sometimes you're having weird dreams, you're dreaming of this and that. That is the podcast that you should be listening to. And I'm not aiming at changing anybody's perspective in life or trying to literally convert anybody. I'm sharing my own personal experience and something that has been in me that I felt that I had to do for the longest of time. And ever since I did, I've never looked back. And everything has been falling into place ever since. And I believe I'll be doing a Leeto tour very soon. I need to just plan around the logistics and how to go about it. And Dombato, meeting all other healers. That would really be beautiful. I have really big dreams for Leeto. And yeah, hopefully you will grow with me as the channel grows. We're buying equipment, growing, you know. Maybe a place to actually do these interviews where it would really be nice. And yeah, Biki Makmir. But this is an assumptions tag, and it's very, very, very hilarious because some things, you know, people are literally allowed to think the way they do and see things the way they see them. That's what makes life beautiful, because we're different and we see things differently and we think differently. So yes, here goes something. Let's get right into it.
Oh yeah, this other one, ne? Le gore gate ba thwala ka di-skull tsa batho. Ba re ha motho a sena go tlhokofala ne family ga e sena go mo fitlha bosigo ba tsamaya ba gwepa ko lebitla la motho ba ntsha tlhogo wa gage.
Well, it's the fact that she's actually laughing. But ukutwala and khwirabatuditotzela is actually a thing, guys. And like I said, most of the things is things that actually and people that are really dark people do. And with the help of baloi, which are people that are practicing darkness in terms of African spirituality. Some people and some people just don't die. Some people just disappear. You get people by this person just disappeared. And then people start seeing this person. People are being used by the Rodi. That's why it's most important to avoid such things. Because some people apparently go to graveyards at night and take the spirits tsa. Some even steal people's caskets or coffins, whatever the case may be. But I'm not trying to spread conspiracy theories or trying to actually say people are doing certain things or making people think a certain way or actually introduce a certain way of doing things. I'm not doing that. I'm not spreading any harmful anything. I'm just saying the reality of things, that these things are there. These things exist. So yeah, but I don't know anything of that, and I don't even know how it goes about, but I've heard of certain things, such things. So yeah, guys, pray, guys, pray, believe in something and stay steadfast at that. But people are very weird, especially in the world that we're living in right now. You'd be very shocked at what people actually get up to, and the width and man, the how far people are actually willing to go to see you down. So, yeah.
Oh hey there. Okay. So the weirdest assumptions I've heard get traditional healers. Ga ke itse gore na ke assumption or yang, but I've heard gore actually when they come go ntlong ya gago, like for example ba khona go tla ebe ba planta things in your yard ne be gothe you have to do mosebetsi and whatnot, and out of that they gain a fortune. That's what I heard. The assumption, I think. I don't know. I'm not so sure. Number one. Number two, was he like? I think I read it somewhere. Go Instagram or a guy. And they usually just look so scary. Like yo, it is so scary when you look at them. I think I think that one is the most popular one even. And then number three.
Okay, I think I just need to answer as the voice note goes, because it shows that it's a very long voice note. The first one that she covered, I think I've answered that already. Yeah, people just come to your house and act as if they're here to help you, whereas ke bona ba dirileng dilo tseo, ke bona ba plantileng that in your house. But the part ya gore masangoma are scary. You know, there are times where sometimes they have to have umqaqaqo. It's a white substance on your body. Sometimes kind of what's this that you put on your head. I forgot the name. I forgot I forgot the red thing that they put on the hair. They have to put, some of them have to put it on their body. It would depend on your ancestors. And people seeing that would say, Oleswe. But how atumela motho yalo, they smell clean. It's just that it's something that they had to put on so that their process goes accordingly, like it's supposed to. And as for Rotlapa, the first thing that you need to do is look clean, because we don't want you scaring people off, or maybe giving somebody a consultation and telling this person that they have a calling, only to find that this person finds you oleleswe, and then this person has to actually also ask themselves, okay, this is where I'm headed. You know, you need to be clean, because we believe that cleanliness is next to godliness. We are not just also because we're also doing boporofeta, bosebeletsi, you know, basically we are one band that believes in praying more than anything, because right? So so you need to be clean. As for all these other assumptions, guys, no ways.
Assumption. I get how true or not true is it. They are mind readers or something. Or maybe even this existed in my own mind, where usually when I was younger, I would get bamba into a sangoma. Ne? Especially those who are fully dressed all the time in their attire. Ne? I fix my thoughts like, hey, like that was very scary. But I think it's an assumption. I'm a little bit older now. I understand better. Even if it were to be true, but I understand better now. And a word,
guys, some things di kgonwa ke modimo le matla a gagwe really, honestly, but reading people's minds, nah. Go tshwana le boloi kore, instead of go tsaya boloi bathong, I'd be doing something that's just maybe going invisible. Ke tsamaye ke ko mahatsheng, ke tsene mo aeroplaneng, ke travel to another country and come back. Like, I'd really do fun things. I wouldn't really just waste my time in bewitching people, because I just believe that is a complete waste of time, because I can't really want to tamper with what God has already ordained, like what God has already said is this person's life. Why would I want to do that? That is so weird. I feel like if I had those weird and hectic powers, guys, I'd be invisible. I'd go into rooms of places that I find very interesting. I travel. I love being on the road. Ke tla be ke pagama di-aeroplane now ke nna o bona ke nna o ke a bo America ngwanaka e seng ka lehelo guys a ke itse le go tsamaisa lehelo bosigo and I think somebody's just thinking or I'm just traveling ka lehelo. No guys, I don't even think that's real because I've never seen somebody doing it. Ha ke Thomas madumela ke bone but that is just one weird thing, but apparently it happens. I don't even want to see it if it really exists because I don't think I'm that strong. I'd be so traumatized. Like, yo, that is somebody who has seen that and knows that that exists. Please go on the comment section. Tell us about the experience. We are not letting that one go. But yeah.
Assumption. Yo, I can tell it. I think I do have them. It's just that, another thing, I think it's an assumption, Boloi, number one. I remember, I think.
Yeah, and it's very weird because people believe that the rotli riti boloi, which is not the case. Guys, na ke atasa boloi, and I don't even know, and I'm not even interested. And I think I also remember telling Tamkulu about it that boloi has never interested me. Like, let's always very important. And khotsana ke re ke go nthusitse because batho ba na le go tenega, o na le go tlela ke go tenega because people will always have assumptions about you as also as a person, and people will always be wrong about the things that they think about you, and that's just life. But let's all thusa because even when you pray and like bumudimo is not you going to church every day, every Sunday. It needs to build within you, like inside of you. You find people that have not gone to church for years because I believe that churches are a place where people actually get hurt more than anything. Because that's where you get liars, that's where you get people that gossip, but people that are very judgmental. That's where you get people that, people that say things that they don't even think of before they actually say them. And all in the name of wearing saparo, people should actually think you're pure. Nah, bruh. Nah. So yeah, kereke needs to build within you. Like self before you actually go and praise and worship in churches. Don't pull a front. A lot of people are pulling a front every Sunday, but you're a bad person. And this you know. You know you're a bad person. So guys, come on.
My aunt used to tell me.
So, okay, other things I don't see the need to actually play them. Because I think people would actually extend to actually, talking about the experiences and personal experiences and some things, and some people, I don't really see the need to do so. I think it's also about patient and doctor confidentiality. Certain things, maybe somebody wants to share an assumption and then goes on to talk about their personal experience, which not everybody needs to know of. It's just the same as me telling people, there's no need. So we're keeping it moving. The most weirdest assumption I've had is that they use body parts for muti, mostly on children because they are pure. Okay. Weird. Guys, I find kids so beautiful. Like, they're the easiest people to work on, in a sense that how check out what's wrong with them. Like, it is not as complicated as is with bagolo, because bagolo ba ikarabisetsa motho tla ba botsa dipotso tse dintsi, but not that you want to take advantage of that. This is a kid, but this one of turning kids into muti, guys, that's pure witchcraft, and you're evil, and I don't even think you have a seat ko legodimong. We don't even have to debate about this, guys. There's just no way. Nah, guys. Also, no. Hey, we don't believe in God. We are trying to turn people away from God. Okay, I think this one we've covered. But like I said, I, for one, I don't remember sending a post. Guys, come and consult. Guys, come. I come. For me, actually, my dream was to just go and do what I was supposed to do with regards to my calling and literally continue with my life. Has never been my dream, and it's something that I've never really wanted to do. Practicing also was never part of my program, honestly, because my mom is also a healer, apart from other things that she does. because she's also a very busy woman, and those who have came also know, and those who know us personally would understand that. But I believe we all have things that we dream of in life. We have aspirations, we have dreams, and all of that. But this whole practicing, training was never part of my plan. So, as for turning people away from God, you will never even hear me trying to preach about, hey, come to church, hey, come to this, come and sit. Nah, it's not my vibe. And yeah, life is so much better when there's no expectations about you. And if you don't set yourself so high or put yourself on a pedestal where people have so much to expect from you, already with this gift, so much is expected. And yeah, that's just that. I don't have time and the admin to actually be pushing people away from God. Instead, I'll literally tell you that, child, I've seen God's work in my life. And yeah, literally. Apparently, we aren't supposed to go out and live our lives because if we try and enjoy ourselves. Child, if you're going to see me go PH enjoying myself, please also come and give me a hug and also maybe buy me extra of what I'm eating or drinking because I need that. I hardly have time for myself because I have a responsibility and a duty to make sure that I heal people in a spiritual way, Medunsa by the floor child. And I hardly have time for myself. If not paying attention to what I need to do, my responsibilities, and playing, not even playing and being a gobela, I hardly even have time for myself nor my family. So whenever you see me trying to enjoy myself, please do cheer me on, come and give me a hug, because this one of not living my life is pretty nonsense. We are trying to balance this life out, and our ancestors are also still complaining on top of that. So that is totally not true, please. Please, I'm telling you this for free. And I'm not going to charge you. Invoice, please. And I said what I said. Thank you. Bye. That we are all witching dark spirits, guys. No, that is nonsense. that is crazy. That is crazy. Like, I think I've answered that. There are recruiters on business. They all end up saying you have a calling. What weird things will start happening to you, guys. Like I've said in one of my podcasts, a lot of people, when they go to consult, then already there's something happening that is not sitting right with you, with your life. There's no way then that you're in Mozambique or you're in Mauritius having the time of your life and then you decide you need to really come back so that you quickly go and consult. Okay, so there already is problems when you go and consult in most cases, 98% of the time. So when you get to hear about your problems, sometimes ancestors are at their all-time high because right now we have adopted this Western ways of doing things. That's why you see sangomas popping left, right, and center, because they are claiming their space. It's time. Babonor, the African child is getting lost go feta. Ra latlhegelwa, re tseelwa se eleng sa rona, and we are just indoctrinated. Things are just going south. Go weird. So go pateletsa motho go thwasa is hectic, because I've said this, some people will take themselves to initiation schools fully awake, and then when things go south, they want to blame people on that. I don't recruit. Others recruit. I see posters, I see adverts, I see them on classifieds, whatever the case may be, but it's not the case with me. I really don't have assumptions from my side that I know of, besides the common one. Most people think it's all about witchcraft and associated with the evil forces. I think that we've covered. We don't believe in God, that we've covered.
Well, when I was younger, also, I think people cross the oceans, will do anything again, and then just so fela gore ba loye zbani, you know. And that's a popular talk. It's a halang, like seldom nagane ke tla ke gola ne go tla gothe motho ile go ngakeng a ba fola gantsi e nna taba tsa gore motho o ile go ngakeng.
Oh my God. I'm super sorry about that. I had to take care of something real quick, so I think we're just gonna start the voice note from scratch. Yeah. Ooh, my lighting.
Well, when I was younger, also, I think people cross the oceans, will do anything go ya go dingakeng, and then just so fela gore ba loye zbani, you know. And that's a popular talk e tsagalang, like seldom nna ga ne ke tla ke gola ne ke utlwa gothe motho o ile ko ngakeng a ba fola. Gantsi e nna taba tsa gore motho o ile ko ngakeng a kry-a mmuthi or go loya mamang and whatnot, and that was like, yo, okay, this is way too deep. So there's a lot that I think mola le mola we've heard in passing as people. Man, but yeah, it's you win. I mean, the gift is anyway. Re ne re ka galla gore re ka di batla ra gore re ka galla go nna le tsona, like the spiritual gift. But when it comes to that one, yo ka bolella ka one, like that one nna sala ntse ke utlwa gore I'm like, hey, because of what I've heard and a lot of things I've heard growing up. Yeah, because
Yeah, I mean, I think I've covered this as well because some people, I think mostly people have the same assumptions. I mean, in a sense, ya gore boloi, using muti on people, but I did say that it's not only healers that do that to people. You find that there are people that will literally take their own 2 feet and walk and literally drive and skip countries like this one is saying, then I'll go there and come back and batho ba tla nkitse sentle ke tlo go tlolela border ke tlo go dira 1 2 3, and that is very weird. Like I'd say, it's just the same as literally looking for a hitman to take somebody out. Why would you spend so much money on something like that? Like, why would somebody's existence give you so much unrest? So yeah, it's just that, you know, people, anybody doesn't even have to be a healer, because there's a reaction to every action. Somebody has to go to a healer. And I mean, there are certain things that people would come to us and want, and we can't help them with because that's not part of what we do. So yeah, I mean, people do the weirdest of things, and I still maintain that people will do things. One would say is people assumes that they can heal everything and solve everything. Guys, like I'm not saying I can do everything and I can heal everything. That's crazy. That's honestly crazy. You can't do everything and master everything. That's why everyone is doing certain things and different categories. So if Kipale like this, then you have to go to somebody else who has a special feature of doing this or focuses mainly on that. It's just the same thing as going to a GP. There will come a point that you realize that you really need a specialist for a certain thing to actually heal and be alright. Maybe you'll come to me and I'll be able to subside 2 minutes and then it comes out again. Then you'll need to go to somebody who's going to be able to actually get to the root of the problem. You understand? So to some I will help and to some I won't be able to help, and that doesn't make me any less of a healer, or that doesn't make me any less of a gifted person. Literally, honestly, if we all understand that, and I think we'll live happily. It's just the same thing as being an actress or an actor. Going to an audition doesn't mean you not getting the part means you can't act. You're not what they're looking for. So you keep moving until you find what you resonate with or what's for you. You understand? So kancane like that. You understand? Yeah. So ningaveli kancane ngathi nizovela nina. Okay, cool. So one says, well, I haven't heard much, hey, but what I know is that people classify Sangomas or traditional healers as baloi, and I believe they lack knowledge and understanding, which I find weird because my grandfather was Ngaka and it's not true, and I have you as my friend, as a Lesangoma. I don't agree with that. Because, wow, I don't believe Baloi Rekarata Mutim, and how can they be so humble and gorgeous? Gorgeous! It was really beautiful. And I think most of you have met it was really gorgeous. So, yeah, man, I mean, like I'm saying, like I've said before, Uti, you can't practice darkness and light at a go. Like, Mudimu aringen, warenka siritisa mudimu le mudimu. Like, What are you saying? You can't be moloi and still pray to God. Well, apparently Baloi they pray as well. Let me just get that right. But you can't practice light and darkness all at the same time. If you get what I mean. Anyways.
Hey, Kaone.
I love her energy.
I think for me, my biggest, or what a lot of people's biggest assumptions of traditional healers is everybody believes hore, not everybody, but for once, believe hore, the traditional healer baloya, and they do not, they believe hore abadumele mudimu or abatameka ditsela tsa mudimu, so they do not understand the connection between mudimu and badimu. So yeah, I think that's for me the weirdest and craziest one was hore traditional healers baloya.
Yeah, guys, I think that is one common assumption. Like I said, a healer, there's a healer, a sangoma, and a witch. You understand? There's just no in between, guys, honestly. But anyways, Bishop Mabonga has books that talk about spirituality and all of that. I think it's one thing. This is not a sponsored what. It's just it's a suggestion, you know. If you're really interested in going in depth and in deep understanding of this, do your research and understand so that you can make your own conclusions that are not sponsored by others or you're not hot spotted by others. I know there are people that see me in a different way because they've heard of certain things about me. People have created things, and it's walking, and that's how other people perceive me or have seen me. I mean, guys, when you're a healer, so listen to our channel. Like, if somebody's gonna start saying stuff about you or start, spreading rumors about you, people will start believing. It's even worse if it's by initiates or people that have lived with you because they think that they know you better and that they're using that to get ahead. But I really admire people that think for themselves because right and wrong, refilwe modulo, and we are able to actually discern and actually see right from wrong. But unfortunately, it's not so common with everyone else, but we keep it moving. Okay, I've heard about one who sleeps with his female clients, so he claims the only way to insert that muti is via his penis. Okay, that is weird. I've heard this from about 2 people. That is the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Literally, I'm even getting goosebumps. Hey, people do weird things. I don't know. I've never seen that. I've never experienced that, but I've watched a documentary that was literally breaking down such gobelas. That is very weird. There's nothing like that. And if you're going to initiation or you're in initiation and somebody tells you this, anything that has to do with sexual misconduct or whatever, anything that has, weikilela. I also find gobelas who date their initiates very weird. I'm so sorry you guys can come for me, but one of the same rules that I got when I got to initiation, Guti Ukjola, one side, dithobalano one side, sexual intercourses, intimacy, whatever the case may be, sexual pleasuring yourself or whatever the case, one side. Go tshwana le being a monk. You can't operate ka nama le moya. It can't work. One has to fail, honestly. How santse le mo moyeng, how santse le mo nameng, mo nagana bo go suniwa, go hagiwa, going to be intimate and all of that. You haven't reached where you're going. And for you to actually operate from your highest, vibrate at your highest spiritually. Thobalano, it's not gonna work, especially if you're an initiate. So the same as dating and sleeping with initiates, it's very weird. I'm really looking at you with the side eye. I'm not judging you, but I'm looking you at the side eye because only God stands that high. I am not judging you. You may have your reasons, but that's very weird. But I'm just looking at you very weird. Wow, I've never heard of that. I don't know what is it that you're doing, but it is very weird and it's not supposed to be done. So this whole thing, or where you go to somebody's ndomba and then somebody tells you that the only way to heal you is for them to sleep with you, guys, report those people. Report them. We don't need such people most chaving, because ke bona ba ba senyang maina dingaka, ke bona ba ba re senyetsang bongaka. There's just nothing like that. How do you even have how are you even intimate with people mundumbeng ka ditlhare mo pele ga ditlhare? I mean, just being on your days as a woman, o tshwanetse gore o dire certain things gore o ska gata ditlhare. Let's talk about intimacy ke leswe. How? A chat for another day. We shall continue.
So yeah, I think ke dilo the word or like a hopola gape ba re no, I don't know, mare I've heard gore dingaka ga ne ke le monyana le go te dingaka ga di rabele or something like that. So it was very tricky, very very tricky, you know. So I think even now, for a long time. That's why I have became a friend to Ledo the Jenny, because I've never been exposed to such. I've never. So I found sense in your podcast, in learning so much about the spiritual journey as far as ancestors are concerned and the gift itself. So I have never ever, it's the first time in my life. I think because also you are a different doctor, you know, compared to, I think, all the things that was said when I was younger about dingaka. Then ebe kopana or such an encounter and connection with you, I realized, no, that was a lie. No, that must have been a lie. No, we can unlearn that. That is not true. No, that was not true. This and you know, and I'm so grateful. I think that's why I really love Letter the Journey. It has opened so much. Interesting to understand certain things, you know, especially spiritual journey. So yeah, I can say I literally am just thinking what are the things that I've heard as well, Gadingaka and stuff, but I'm not surrounded by a lot of people.
Man, more than anything, that was a very beautiful voice note. I'm grateful. Even when I help people and ba thusega, I ki gole makoko, if I've said that right. Ha ke bone makopo, right? Batswana will actually correct me there. Ha ke Motswana, by the way. I grew up in a Tswana dominated environment. Yes, I have Botswana in my blood, but yeah. But yeah, even when I help people, ke leboga Modimo, because that can only be him. It cannot be me. I alone, I wouldn't have been able to do that. So with everything, even when you're going to consult, just pray to God and ask God to give whoever it is the might, the wisdom to be able to help you the way you need to be helped, and so that you can be able to discern if that person is real or not as well. And this whole podcast, this whole everything, man, like I said, and I've never in my wildest dream, if you'd actually had said to me, I mean, I've been ngaka all my life, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, the moment I tried to open my eyes, when I thought, ooh, I'm a girl, ooh, I can date, I had to go to initiation school. So you can tell from 16, 15 until now, if you had told me, Hore, ka 2022 or 2020, you'll actually be open and out about your calling, how things are done, and actually talking to people about this. I would have literally laughed at you because I was never comfortable because of how people are so judgmental, and I never really wanted to be looked at or seen as kaone wangaka, and where people prejudge me, people treat me different from others. And because this is one journey or one practice I had to go through, or whatever the case may be, how you'd ever want to put it, that has hurt me so bad. And I've seen so much at a young age that I wanted to protect it with everything. And how I know people like to actually project and make ruin good things and always have a thing to say about things that you don't even really have control over. And for somebody that hasn't gone through the process would want to actually say, but you have a choice, And when you talk about religion, when you talk about spirituality, it's not an easy chat, because not everybody is open-minded, and not everybody wants to share things like that and literally see things from a different perspective. So to get such people in my life, I'm really grateful. And for the fact that this whole podcast is living its purpose, it can only be God, Lebadim. Thank you so much as we move.